So the interesting thing about the minibus concept, if you will, is that there are two routes to market, if you pardon the pun. Essentially, manufacturers make minibuses, and they're generally a conversion at factory of a van. So if you think typically of something like a Ford Transit, so Ford make Ford Transits, and they'll turn Ford Transits into a minibus adaptation. These vehicles are quite heavy, and they're very much designed as vans in the first place. And the consequence of that is that they're ideally suited to schools, for example, that are providing transportation services with professional drivers to bring their children to and from the catchment area. As I say, the requirement for a professional driver is all to do with the driver licensing arrangements, and the issue that a lot of schools are faced with is that if you want to involve teachers in transportation of children, it gets a little bit complicated because the teachers don't necessarily have the right driving license, appropriate driving license to do the job. So the consequence of that is that there's been a development of an alternative market. We call this minibus light. And so what you have is a number of what would old-fashionedly be called coachworks, who take standard lightweight vans and convert them for the purpose of minibus utilisation. And these often come with opportunities to fit things like disabled access and wheelchair access as well. So they're actually quite useful vehicles, and for a lot of schools who are trying to be all-inclusive, this can be an important factor. But what it's predominantly about is enabling teachers, most of whom are a great deal younger than me, to be able to drive a school minibus with pupils on board on their standard driving licence.